Hey, what's happening, everybody? I was thinking about something this weekend and I wrote down a few thoughts and I kind of want to share it with you guys. I'll probably go on my blog and just write this out as like a article later and post it, maybe attach this video. But anyway, let me talk to you about three kind of people. There are three types of what I like to call dream killers, or motivational murderers. These people make it their business to use discouragement and fear to talk you out of betting on yourself, believing on yourself, and taking a risk that would allow you to live your dreams, allow you to meet your goals, allow you to accomplish your objectives. All right. And there are many types, but I believe they fall into one of three categories. And maybe these people are more than one type at the same time. I want to kind of break it down and elaborate. Okay. Number one, you have hyper competitive people. And number two, you have people that are very insecure. And number three, you have lazy people. And each of these types of individuals will come into your life and discourage you as soon as they either see you making progress or you share with them what you want to do, what your plans are. So there is some legitimacy to the advice when people say, be careful who you tell your dreams to, or be careful who you share your plans with. That's very, very true. And on the surface, we tend to think that we can tell our plans or our dreams to people that are close to us, people in our circle, family members, friends, loved ones, colleagues, fellow students. You would think that you could share that kind of stuff for people and they would be happy for you and they would encourage you, or they would actually give you guidance on how to be successful. But that's not always the case. That's where you have to know yourself and you have to know your circle. You have to know yourself. Let me begin by saying that if you know yourself, you know how sensitive you are to criticism or discouragement. Some people are blessed, or they're fortunate in that when they're criticized or when they're told that they can't do something, they can actually take that negativity and use it as fuel. All right. And that's beautiful. If you can do that, then that's beautiful. Then this kind of stuff wouldn't bother you. It would actually help propel you. But the truth is, not everybody is immune to the same extent to criticism and bad advice and fear. So if you know that you don't deal with criticism or you don't deal with discouragement the same way, then you need to really filter who you have in your life, number one. And number two, you have to filter who you share your plans with. Because, not everybody has your best interest at heart. And there are some people that, they may love you and they may care about you, but everything is filtered through their own insecurities. And they're going to automatically project that upon you. And I'm going to talk about that. All right. Number one, people that are highly competitive. Now, a lot of us have competitive friends, and there's nothing wrong with competition. But there comes a level where competition becomes severely unhealthy. And you all have that friend that always has to top your story or your experience. When you're sitting around laughing, joking about where you've been, what you've done, who you met, or what you heard, you have people laughing or you have people in awe of your story. And this person always has to come behind you and come up with a bigger story than you. Now, a lot of us laugh at that person. We call them the one-upper or the story topper. That's funny. But on a serious note, what that really shows you, what that displays, is that person is really competitive. competitive to a point where it's unhealthy, where whenever they encounter other people being happy or successful, somehow they got to come behind you and outdo you because they can't rest until they feel they're on top somehow. And this is the same way when it comes to plans and goals you have for your life. When you share with this person what you want to do, one of the tactics this person employs is they will tell you that it's not the right time. Now, all three of these type of people come to you and discourage you by acting like they care about you and they want to save you from failure. So this particular person, the hyper-competitive person, they always have to have a newer car. They always have to have more expensive clothes. They always have to be out front when you guys go out together. They always stand in the middle of the picture, okay? This person can't stand for anyone to go someplace they haven't gone, do something they haven't done, buy something that they haven't bought yet, all right? This is a very unhealthy person to have in your life. The only time this person can maybe be a blessing to you is if you guys compete against one another and you make each other better. But there comes a point where the hyper competitive nature of this person is really a detriment to your relationship. It could become a stumbling block. So when you say, hey, I want to go to medical school, or I want to go to law school, or I want to go get my GED, or I want to open up a business, I'm ready to have kids. Whenever you tell this person those plans, the first thing out of their mouth is, wait, it's not the right time. I would wait if I were you. I wouldn't do that right now if I were you. Are you sure you have everything together? Did you plan that out first? Now, that could actually be some good advice, but a lot of times it's not. The reason they're asking you to wait is because they want to get there first, or they want to do something that would be considered better. They want to somehow outdo you, and they're just trying to get you to doubt yourself and stall long enough until they get it off the ground. Sometimes they weren't even thinking about doing certain things until you brought it up that you wanted to do it. And they can't stand for anyone to somehow be ahead of them or on top of them. So they try to sabotage your plans to get you to stall, to get you to hesitate and wait. This is the same person that will go out with you. And if you have your eyes on somebody and you make a comment about it, they'll tell you something negative about that person so you won't go for it. But then as soon as you turn your back, they're over there in that person's face. Yes, we all know somebody like that. So number one, watch out for the hyper-competitive person, all right? Number two is the insecure person. Now, the hyper-competitive person could also be that insecure person, okay? Or the hyper-competitive person could just be, really arrogant, all right? The insecure person, this person can't stand to see other people do well. They're not competing with you. Their self-image and self-confidence is so beat up that they just can't stand to see other people successful and happy and, accomplishing goals and living their dreams. So what they do, they try to discourage you and tell you that, are you sure this is what you want to do? I don't think this is a good fit for you. I don't think this is what you should be doing. All right? This person is the type of friend, and we all have had this type of friend, where they'll support you and love you and be with you and hang with you and laugh with you and eat with you as long as you're miserable with them. All right. And they will help you talk about people. They'll help you put communities down. They'll help you. They'll help you denigrate people's and assassinate people's character, But as soon as you try to lift yourself up, as soon as you try to expand yourself and progress, they start getting suspicious. All right. And so what this person does, when you talk about what you want to do and where you want to go, they immediately put doubts in your mind. They tell you that it's not a good idea. And they point out that you don't have enough money, that you don't have enough support, that you don't have enough experience, that you don't have enough education. Because they're not trying to keep you from failure. They're trying to keep you from success. And there's a difference. See, if somebody's trying to keep you from failure, they actually care about you and they don't want you to experience that. But if somebody's trying to keep you from success, what they're trying to do is keep you on their level, because as soon as you begin to do more with your life, you make them feel uncomfortable. They can't. A lot of people call these type of people haters. I don't like to use that term because hate is a very serious word. And I think to quickly have this knee-jerk reaction of calling everybody haters that disagree with you is really childish, and it discourages meaningful conversation and dialogue. But it's not as simplistic as that. This person is given to envy and resentment and jealousy because they have serious insecurities that they refuse to acknowledge or they refuse to address. So one of the things that happens is when you begin to go forth, start your own business, you begin to travel, you begin to experience different things in life, you get more educations behind your name. More education behind your name, more degrees. You know, you can even get into a meaningful relationship and begin to move on with your life. One of the first things out of this person's mouth is, oh, so you think you're better than us now. You can't be with us anymore, right? As soon as you begin to do more, they accuse you of being better than them, okay? And this can come from family, friends, co-workers, people that go to school with you. They will say that one thing: you think you are better than us. You forgot where you came from, all right? What that is a projection. See, they're projecting their sense of inferiority, their inferiority complex upon you. Very manipulative and insecure people always use projection as a method to make you feel guilty and to keep you at a certain level, to keep you from going forward. The truth is, they think that you're better than them. But instead of them dealing with their own insecurities, they project that upon you and say, you think you're better than me. It's kind of like a person in a relationship that's unfaithful, that messes around, that cheats. That person always accusing their partner of being unfaithful. That's projection. They know how guilty they are and how unfaithful they are and how unreliable they are. And so they think that everybody else in the world is as grimy and as unfaithful as they are. So they start accusing their partner of doing that which they themselves are guilty of. You gotta be careful of that insecure person. To be honest with you, if you have insecure people around you, you actually need to get rid of them. I don't care. I mean, you can get rid of family members without dogging them out. What do I mean by that? You can love family, you can be supportive of them, but they don't have to be all up in your life. Just because someone is family doesn't mean that you have to allow them to bring negativity and bad emotions and baggage into your life. That is not, you are not tethered to family members that way. You're responsible to family is to love and support them, but not to enable them to bring that negativity in your life and just leave it there because they're holding you back. All right. Finally is the lazy person, the apathetic person. Now, what this person doesn't want you to achieve more or be more. You can't share your plans with this person because this person is indicted by the success of others because they haven't done anything with their lives. Okay. They sit at home all day long and collect an unemployment check and won't go out and get a job, or they do have a job, but they know they underachieved in life. They know they could have done more and they didn't come anywhere close to their potential, or this person settled for less and married someone that they had no business marrying, and they're miserable. They're miserable. So when they see other people that are happy, other people that are successful, that indicts them. Okay, so what they try to do is they try to sabotage other people's plans because they don't want to deal with the discomfort of being reminded that they made some bad decisions. Okay, so everybody has this friend. They say all men are trash or you can't trust women. They always put down people that are happy in their relationships and they say, oh, don't worry. he's going to cheat on her eventually, or she's just with him because of his money. These are those people, all right? They accuse people of doing things with the wrong motives. Or he only wants to do that because it's going to do this for him. And she's only with him because he can introduce her to certain kind of people, all right? These people hate the success of others because it indicts them on their lack of success. They sit at home all day and watch reality television. They don't do much with their life. And they're steadily talking about other people and what they haven't done in their lives, all right? What happens is when you tell this person your plans, they tell you that you cannot do it because you don't have enough of something. And one of the tactics they like to use is they try to tell you that it didn't work for them, or they heard a story where it didn't work for somebody else. And so they tell you that it's an unrealistic goal. You expect too much. You're going to bite off more than you can chew. And they always try to get you to settle for mediocrity or settle for less. All right? Watch this person, because this person will cheat you out of being great. This person will cheat you out of fulfilling your potential. They think because they failed in life or they came up short that you have to do the same. Get rid of these people. These are small-minded, narrow-minded people who have no vision, who cannot see beyond today. And they want you to operate using the same mentality that they use to live their life. They are lazy. They chose not to take a risk on themselves. They chose to play it safe. They live in a prison called the comfort zone, and they want you to do the same thing. Do not share your plans with these people. They will talk you down. If you want to go and ascend to level 100, they will talk you down to level 50 and tell you that you should be happy just to be there. They limit you severely because their vision is limited and they can't see any further than the nose on their face. They want to try to put that kind of mentality inside your brain. You can't hang around those kind of people. You got to get rid of them. All right? They have to understand this, and I'm going to end on this note. You have to tell these people that your failure has nothing to do with my success. Your failure has nothing to do with my success. The failure of those people you're telling me about that tried what I'm trying to do and they failed, that has nothing to do with my success. That's what you got to tell those people. I'm out.